Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Meg 2. Meg. The Trench. A summer movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So the premise of the movie is one species ruled the world for 65 million years, and it wasn't Tyrannosaurus Rex and dinosaurs. It was sharks, baby. Sharks. And the Meg is the, was it megalith or mega shark or whatever it is. So it's the modern day, and of course Jason Statham has been assigned to go into the trench, as in the Marianas Trench. I don't know if it's actually that one or a made-up one. And they find an ecosystem, they disturb an ecosystem that's millions of years old, that has been untouched because it's so deep. And because they do that, first off, some of their guys get killed, and then they escape, and then, of course, they come to the surface and start eating people at a tourist thing. So they come to a resort island and start eating everybody. And they're sharks, and I think one's a squid, so it's like these ancient monsters. Here they are. They're gonna, here, watch this. This is pretty cool. So, this is, to me, what Jurassic Park should have been. See? Here she is, an influencer, and then he comes in and he eats her. So, that's what I wanted to see from Jurassic Park, by the way. That's why I am very down on the Jurassic Park movies, because it didn't have enough of that. Like, that's all I wanted to see. I wanted to see the dinosaurs eat people left and right, just going crazy, eating people, and you barely see it, because they tried to make it, I guess, a kids movie or a green movie. This movie isn't all that green, I don't think. Seems like they're actually going to kill these things. I guess they figured that the monsters, the shark's so big. See how big it is in the little tiny boat. That they can get away with it. August 4th. See it in 3D in theaters. This is definitely going to be a fun... I mean, it's a stupid movie. It's going to be stupid. But it should be fun. It should be like that other shark movie with Samuel L. Jackson and LL Cool J, if you saw that one. What was that? Deep Blue Sea, I think it was. I'd rather see Jason Statham beating up dudes, but... Sure, I'd watch him in this. Let's read the... Oh, wait. First, that's a big write-up. But first, I'll do the breakdown. First act, we are reunited with Jason Statham, who I guess was in the first movie. I don't remember the first movie or the details from it. I think he was. Anyhow, they've gotten, I don't know, some readings or whatever. So he's got to go down there and check it out, because this is the whole point of the movie. And he takes a bunch of people, and they go down there, and they have all this cool undersea stuff, and they go down there, and they disturb them, and people start getting killed almost immediately, and they have to escape. It's like one of those movies where everything is like an escape. So they got an escape from their underwater sea base, I guess, and survive. Meanwhile, they've disturbed these giants. They break out and they say, screw it, we're going to come to the surface and start eating people. And they do. So, second act, Jason Statham, gets up to the resort, and people are dying and being eaten, and he's like, everybody get out of the water. And at first they're like, we don't listen to you, Jason Statham. This is spring break. And then they start, the sharks appear, and then it's like, oh, no. Jason Statham, save us. And then Jason Statham, I don't know, he karate chops one of them. I think he has a sword on a jet ski at one point. I mean, check your brain at the door. But, for a summer movie, that's what you want to do, right? See some spectacular thing on the screen, not have to think, it's 95 degrees outside and you're inside a freezing theater watching this, laughing your A off. Eating popcorn, eating candy. And third act, they kill it. They kill it. They come up with some crazy plan. There's a bunch of them, so I think they kill one, and then, They almost don't kill it, but he dies. But like it's a bit of a struggle. But they figure out the magic MacGuffin thing that'll kill the shark, and then they do that. So this is what Jason Statham is sort of reduced to doing now that he's not the biggest star in the world, I guess. I don't know. I still think he's viable as an action star, at least as viable as Bruce Willis in phase 2 of his career when he first went bald. I mean, he's been bald the whole time, but he ain't that old. I don't know why he's not in more action movies. He's not that old. And I like him in those roles. I like him as the driver guy, whatever that was, and you know, beating dudes up. This, I guess, is a bit of a departure for him. It's a shame the Guy Ritchie movie didn't do well, but would I see this? Yeah, I'd probably see it. Again, I'd have to see it in the summer, probably with my friends. We'd go and say, this is going to be stupid. And it'd be stupid. And then we talk about it afterwards. Maybe go to a barbecue. Oh my God, look at this write-up. It's for the simplest movie. All right, get ready for the ultimate adrenaline rush this summer. See, it's a summer movie. Meg 2. Meg. The Trench. A literally larger-than-life thrill ride that supersizes a 2018 blockbuster, that should be in quotes, and takes the action to higher heights and even greater depths with multiple massive Megs and so much more. Dive into uncharted waters with Jason Statham and global action with Wu Jing as they lead a daring research team to an exploratory dive into deepest depths of the ocean. Their voyage spirals into chaos when a malevolent mining operation threatens their mission and forces them into a high-stakes battle for survival. So it's the evil, greedy corporations that cause the sharks to attack. Yeah, that makes sense. We would have been fine if you people had communism. Pitted against colossal megs and relentless environmental plunderers. Really? Really? The environmental plunderers. This is sounding woker and woker with every sentence. Our heroes must outrun, outsmart, outswim their merciless predators with a pulse-pounding race against time. Immerse yourself in the most electrifying cinematic experience of the year with Meg 2: The Trench, where the depths of the ocean are matched only by the heights of sheer unstoppable excitement. Yeah, it sounds like you're going to cram a message in there. I'm not liking that. What's the point? This is the stupidest movie ever. You put the message in there, you associate the message with stupid thing. Oh yeah, if it wasn't for the greedy corporations, none of this would happen. If we would just embrace communism, the sharks would like us. Cast includes Sophia Kay from the previous The Meg, Paige Kennedy, The Meg, Sergio Perez Manchetta, Rambo: Last Blood, Skylar Samuels, The Gifted, and Cliff Curtis, Avatar franchise. I don't know any of these people, but okay. Directed by Ben Wheatley, In the Earth and Free Fire, from a screenplay by John Hober and Eric Hober, The Meg, and Transformers: Rise of the Beast. So these guys did the previous movie. Well, that's smart. You get them to do the script, I guess, but sounds a little preachy. And Dean Georgie Garris, The Meg, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life, and a screen story by Dean Gregarious and John Huber and Eric Hober, based on the novel The Trench by Steve Alton. The film is produced by Lorenzo D. Bonaventure, The Meg, Bumblebee, Belle Avery, The Meg, Before the Devil Knows You're Dead, and executive producer Jason Statham, Kate Adams, Ru Gang Lee, Catherine Jijun Ying, Wu Jing, E. Bennett Walsh, Eric Housen, Gerald R. Mullen, and Randy Greenberg. I don't think we needed to know all those names, but okay. Joining director Wheatley behind the camera, or the director of photography, and man, everybody's on here. Harris, Zimbar, Hawk Locus, Belfast. He worked on Belfast and Murder on the Orient Express. Sounds a little highbrow for this movie. Production designer Chris Lowe, The Gray Man, No Time to Die. I would say he's good. The Gray Man had pretty good action, and I would say very nice production. Editor Jonathan Amos, Baby Driver and Paddington 2. Visual effects supervisor Pete Bebb, Fantastic Beasts, Where to Find Them, and Inception, and costume designer is Lindsay Pugh. Who? The Matrix Resurrections, drop that cred, and Krypton. Is that a movie or like a TV show? The music was by Harry Gregson Williams, The Meg, and The Martian. Wow. Yeah, I'm less excited to see this now that I know it's going to have a environmental message. Can you not just show us monsters and dudes shooting them? Can you not just do that, Hollywood? Why must you always cram in a message? A needless message, by the way. It's insane to jam the message in there. It's insane. This is not a realistic movie. There are not dinosaurs lurking in the oceans deep in the Marianas Trench or whatever. They're just not there. So, you know, I mean, you already had a stretch, and then you're going to throw that in? Like, well, if it wasn't for the mining company, they just would have continued to what? What exactly? How does that make any sense? Maybe they would have continued to propagate, and then they would have been all over the place again. Is that somehow better? Do we somehow need to save giant bus-sized sharks so they can eat cruise ships? Like, what the hell are you even saying with that statement? It's insanely stupid. It's insanely stupid. Oh no, we got to say something nice about the Earth. No, you don't. You don't actually have to say that. Okay? I get it. You could say, well, you know, it was the pollution and it causes them to freak out and start killing everybody. Or you could just say they disturb them. How about that? You are disturbing them. Could have been a scientific expedition. Why must it always be the same? Why? Why must you always push the same agenda over and over and over again? Nobody's against keeping the ocean relatively clean. People do want animals to live and trees to grow and the air to be clean. They do. They genuinely do. You don't need to do this. By doing this over and over again, you actually turn people against you. You turn them against you because you're so relentless with the message and you're sloppy with it. It's like you don't even really care. It's like, well, we have to do this. Oh, save the animals. That makes it ridiculous. It has no business in this movie. This is a ridiculous movie, a ridiculous summer movie. Unless you're there to make fun of it, then maybe, yeah, like you make fun of the greenies. That would be fun. But no, we got to have a serious moment in the Meg 2, The Trench. Yeah, no, we need a real serious. Fighting giant sharks is okay, cool and everything, but can we take a moment for Gaia? Can we take a moment for Gaia, everyone? Let's all have a prayer circle and sing Kumbaya for just a minute. Who the F wants to see that? You just don't get it. You can't just entertain people. Just entertain them. That's what you're paying all this money for. Now imagine, it's 95 degrees out. You decide to go see this movie. First you have to sit through a half-hour minimum of commercials and trailers. You sit through so many of them, you don't even remember what you paid to see. You're paying $14. God knows what you paid for snacks. You're sitting there like, you've already finished your soda. You're at the point like, man, I may have to go to the bathroom already. Like the damn movie hasn't even started yet. And then the movie starts and halfway through, you get this freaking message that just makes the movie longer. You didn't want it in there. It would have been nice to have the movie 5 minutes shorter. Less movie. Sometimes less is more. Hollywood. You don't need a message in everything, especially a message as tiresome as this one. And as and I'll say this, it's probably the sloppiest delivery ever, because you're using a metaphor of, well, see, if we had only not polluted, the giant monster dinosaurs wouldn't have come to the surface and killed us all. That's not a sensible message. It's not a sensible movie. It doesn't belong there. Just doesn't belong there. Now, maybe you could have made a metaphor that would have been funny, right? You could have made a metaphor like some a-hole is dumping fuel out in the lagoon because, I don't know, he's a jerk or he's got to do it for some reason, and then the Meg kills him. Something like that. And because he dumps the fuel, the Meg gets mad and kills him because I don't know, the fuel irritates him or attracts him to him or whatever. Still too heavy-handed for me, but at least that would be kind of funny because it would be like, oh, that guy deserved it. But oh no, see, it's the evil mining corp that started all this, the evil capitalist. I can't see these movies. You had me on board. You had me on board with Cool Monsters, Jason Statham on a sword with a jet ski. And you're going to make a serious debate about pollution in this. And if you say to me, well, maybe it's not so serious in the movie, then why even put it in the trailer at all? Why put it in this description here? Doesn't make any sense. If it's just a passing thing, it doesn't belong in this trailer at all. It doesn't belong here. That is ESG BS. Like, oh, look, we're going to do something green in this. Don't make sure our movie gets distribution. That's a complete turnoff. You had me. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joe. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. If you can find a more base take, I say, take it. I'll be at the Atlantic Cape Community College Super Saturday on May 13th. It's this weekend. Stop on by. The link's below. And we'll see you tomorrow.